Every pose in yoga benefits from core stability, from standing to the most complex of arm balances. So this flow particularly focuses on the core, strengthening, working. It's going to be hot. Enjoy. We're going to start on our backs. So roll yourself into a little ball on your back, squeeze your knees in towards you. And with your breath, just roll your knees from side to side. Taking some deep inhales and exhales as you roll side to side. And then just place one hand on each knee. Separate those knees away from each other, bring them in, bring them towards you, separate them out, taking some big circles. Pressing down through your lower back into the mat as you do this, take it back the other way. Great. And then place your feet down to the floor. Make sure that your lower back is pressing down into the mat. And we're going to take some cat-cow shapes with our spine. You could take your arms above your head like I am. I'm mainly doing it so that you can see the tiny little movement that's happening in my spine. So you could have your hands down by your side. But I just want you to, as you inhale, arch your back, kind of press your shoulders and your bum down into the mat as you find a little bit of space. Exhale, press your back into the mat and you're almost curling your bum off. Inhale, press the bum down, arch the spine. Exhale, curl your spine down into the mat. Inhale, take it back the other way. Exhale, press spine down, lift the bum. So we're finding a cat-cow shape on our backs. Now can you gradually get smaller? So each shape as you're moving with your breath gets smaller and smaller and smaller until there's hardly any movement at all. And then until you stop completely. And we'll find a nice even space. Now just take your hands down to your heels, make sure that you can grab a hold of your heels. We're starting with that lovely setup, so that nice neutral spine in between each of the curls each way. Press your hands down into the mat. Inhale, lift your hips, peeling your body off the floor. Exhale, send it back down. Really squeezing your glutes, activating your core, inhaling to lift your body up. Press down with your hands into the floor. Pull back through your heels towards your body. Exhale, lower it down. Keep everything energized in the core, in the center. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, drawing it back down. One more time like this. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, peel yourself back down. And then gently draw your knees back into your chest. Go slow. Wiggle from side to side. And then you're going to bring your hands underneath your thighs. And we're going to rock and roll. Now, I want you to rock and roll if this is comfortable for you. I know it's not for all of us. Take a couple of rocks and rolls. And I want you to start trying to find a bit of balance when you come up. So almost like towards a boat shape, legs out in front, shoulders rolling back as those hands come to the back of the thighs. So finding a pause as you come up, you're really going to have to activate that center to find it. Yes. Also a hint of things to come. You can't do a core focused flow without a boat pose, right? And that's kind of the starting hint of that. So when you've rolled and rocked a couple of times, come over onto all fours. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And we're going to move through some cat-cows, but can you try and consciously start each movement from your core, from your center? So inhaling, I'm trying to move the core before I move anything else. And then exhale, it's my core that's moving first and taking the rest of my body with it. Inhale, core moves first. Exhale, take it back the other way. So this center point is the one that's starting each movement each way. Take it one more time each way. And then you're going to come back through that neutral spine. Walk your hands slightly in front of your shoulders, tuck your toes, ease your hips up to your downward facing dog. Can you really feel how important your core is here? Maybe you take a little softness in the knees and send that bum high. Feel how much the core has to work to send those hips high. And then let's walk the feet all the way up to the front of the mat. Ending feet hip width at the top. I want you to tuck your chin into your chest, roll yourself up. Lifting the arms all the way up as you get there. Exhale, hands down through heart center, send the bum back, fold yourself all the way down. Inhale, lift your hands to shins, find a lift of the chest. Find that flat back. Exhale, release yourself down. Inhale, lift the arms as you rise all the way back up. Exhaling, hands come down through center, press the bum back, fold it forward. Inhale, hands creep up to those shins, find that flat back. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, rise the arms all the way up. Press them together, they draw down through heart center as you press the bum back. And this time stay here in this forward fold. Now I want you to take a bend into the left knee. Both knees are going to be a little bent, but specifically the left one. Really, really bent, please, if you will. Left fingertips on the ground. You might have the palm of the hand on the floor. Oh my gosh, words in a fluster today. Or fingers. Whatever kind of feels more comfortable in your body. You're going to start to lift this right arm up towards the ceiling as you find a twist to the side. So a real bend in that left leg, reaching that right arm up. You'll feel the twist from your center here. Take a breath. And then release the right hand all the way down. Now bend into that right leg. Come up onto those right fingertips or that right palm and start to lift your left arm up towards the ceiling. So we're feeling this core twist from the center. A little straighter in that left leg, right knee is bent. And then gently release the hand all the way back down. Lovely jubbly. Step right and left foot back, downward facing dog. Now as you inhale, lift your right leg high. Now I want you to think of that cat shape as we move forward. You're going to bring this right knee to the top of your right arm, almost towards your armpit. But can you cat your back? So pressing your spine up to the ceiling and hover here for a moment. Oh, you're going to feel it. Take a deep breath and then step the foot all the way through between the hands. Ground that back foot to the side, setting up for a warrior two, and draw yourself all the way up. Nice. Arms out to the side. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Feel everything. I don't know, I think suddenly when, like yoga is all about the core, right? As we move through all of these shapes, it gives us balance and stability. But suddenly when you're focusing on it, you suddenly realize how much it's important. Feel how important it is to this pose, to keeping you steady and upright, keeping your body central rather than leaning forward or back. And we're just going to work into the sides of the core here. So flip your front palm, reach your hand forward, take it back. So we're working into the side of the body and then bring it all the way over to that side angle. Left arm comes over. Dancing through these two poses, now shifting it to that side, yeah? Inhale, reach it all the way up and back. Find that stretch through the right hand side. Exhale, take it all the way over. Stretching through the left hand side. One more time, inhale, take it all the way back. Stretching through the right. Exhale, take it through. Stretching through the left. And now drop these hands around the front foot. We're going to turn into a lunge. We're going to step back to our downward facing dog. And then we're going to lower the knees all the way down to all fours. So bringing yourself back. Now we're going to move through 2 cat-cows, or 1 cat-cow even, 2 in total, as in 1 each way, so that we can find that neutral spine. So inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Exhale, press through the hands, curl the spine up to the ceiling. Come back through neutral, tuck the toes, hover your knees just above the ground. So you've got that really long spine. It's going to be harder the closer those knees are to the floor. And you feel like, well, you feel how you have to activate your core. Take 1 more breath here. I know it's a lot. And then send the hips high, downward facing dog. Send the hands a little further in front of the shoulders. Now, as you inhale, lift your left leg up. And as you exhale, we're going to bring that left knee to the top of that left arm towards the armpit. Curl the spine up towards the ceiling for 3, for 2, for 1, and then step through. Oh boy, it's tough. Ground that back foot. Side of the mat, opening up ready for our warrior 2 on the other side. So find that space, arms out to the side, making sure this front knee is going out to little toe side of the foot, using that core to center you, to stabilize you. Flip the front palm, reach it forward to send it back. Feel that lengthening through the side, and then take it all the way to your side angle. Feeling all of that length down the right side. Take it all the way back. And then send it forward. Exhaling and inhaling to keep shifting yourself through. Lovely. Take 1 more back to your reverse warrior. Come through to your side angle. And then plant the hands around the front foot. Step it back to your downward facing dog. And lower your knees. Come back to that all fours position. I know that you loved it before, so another, hey. Inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back. Find that cow shape. Exhale, press the spine up to the ceiling. And then come back through neutral, tuck those toes, lift the knees. Yes, as close to the floor as you can for 3, for 2, for 1, and then press the hips high, downward facing dog. Lovely. We're going to flow through movements on each side and then we're coming down. So keep breathing here. You've got it. Press back. Long line from fingertips to your hips. Inhale, reach your right leg high. And then exhale, bring your knee to your upper arm again. I know. Press that spine up to the ceiling. Now you're either going to stay here or maybe you send that knee down your arm towards your wrist and then bring it all the way back up that arm. Oh boy. Step that foot through. Oh, take a breath. We're going to come to a high lunge, facing the top of the mat, drawing yourself up, bringing the arms high, reaching that back heel back behind you. Take a deep breath. Exhale it out. Now you're going to twist to the side. So right arm back, left arm forward. Again, it's twisting from the core, from the center. And then as you inhale, can you straighten that front leg and reach both arms up? Yeah, it's wobbly. So as soon as we have to balance, our core is getting involved too. Bend through that knee, send right arm back, left arm forward. Find that twist. Inhale, lengthen the legs, reach the arms up. One more time. Exhale, open to the right. Right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, send it all the way up. Nice. And just sink it back into that lunge. Bring your hands to heart center. I mentioned balancing, really activating the core. So we're going to move into a warrior 3, a standing balance. Total options with your arms here. If you want to go full throttle and really test yourself, arms are above your head, and then you start to lift that back foot and come all the way over. Or keep your hands at heart center, take them out to the side, something that feels good for you. Yes, working into that core, flexing that back foot, toes pointing down towards the mat. Stay strong. For 3, for 2, for 1, and then gently bring your hands down, step your back foot back, step back to your downward facing dog, lower your knees, walk your hands under your shoulders, your favourite. Inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. It's definitely not my favourite. Exhale, press the spine up towards the ceiling. And then come back through a neutral spine, tuck those toes and hover your knees. Maybe a little closer to the mat this time. Yes, you've got it. For 3, for 2, for 1, reach the hips high, walk those hands back to your downward facing dog. One more side, you have got this. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, bring the knee to the left armpit, up that arm, and you're either staying here, pressing that spine up to the ceiling, or dragging that knee down to the wrist. And then taking it all the way back up. Wherever you are, step that foot through. Oh boy. Find some stability, some width between those legs. Oh, it's a killer. Find that lunge. Bringing your arms all the way up, sending that right heel back behind you. Oh boy, take a breath. Stacking that front knee on top of your heel. Now you're going to twist to the left. So right arm forward, left arm back. Twisting to the left, feeling that core switch on. Inhale, you're going to lengthen the legs as you turn back to the front. Exhale, bend through the knee, twist to the left. Inhale, bring it back up, lengthen both those legs. One more time, exhale, send it out, twisting to the side. Inhale, reach it up. And then sink back into that lunge. Bring your hands to heart center. Or remember, you've got that option to keep your arms overhead, to send them out to the side. Where are you going to go for this warrior 3? Yeah? Joining me? Let's do it. Let's take the weight over, flex that right foot, turn the toes back down towards the mat, squaring off the hips. Arms are working, a little bend in left leg. For 3, for 2, for 1, start to lower the hands, step that right foot back, step left foot back, downward facing dog. Lower those knees, bring hands under shoulders, one more time, inhaling to drop belly, roll shoulders back, lift the chest. Exhale, press the spine up to the ceiling. Come back through that neutral spine, tuck your toes, lift your knees as close to the floor as you can. Stay here. Can you get a little closer? Keep that length through the spine. For 3, for 2, for 1, and lower those knees down. Send your knees as wide as the mat. Find a well-deserved child's pose. Send yourself out long, releasing yourself down, relaxing your core. Noticing if you're still keeping it really active, hugging it in, can you release it out? Sinking into your child's pose. Deep breath here. And release it out. And then look up towards your fingertips. Walk your hands back towards you. We're coming up to a seat. And make sure you've got some space behind you here. I did mention it earlier, we are going to have to find a boat, a Navasana, our boat pose, core extravaganza. So here we go. You've got many options along the way. So just like we did in our rock and roll, you might hold the back of your thighs and lift your legs so that your heels are in line with your knees. Roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. You might release the hands from the back of the thighs, reach them out in front. It's a lot, especially after all we've been doing. You might lengthen your legs and your arms. I'm not going there. But feel free. Keep rolling the shoulders back, lifting the chest. Keep those heels in line with knees. Oh, keep breathing for 3, for 2, for 1. Bring those hands to the back of the thighs. Rock and roll a couple of times, or just bring yourself down onto your back. Ah, relief. Love a challenge for the core. Seriously, the core is so important in everything that we do in yoga. And so it's so important to do classes like this, to really focus in on it, because it kind of helps you retain the right position in so many different spaces, keeps you strong and ready to tackle any poses, right? From the ones that we move through the most, like standing, so important. Anyway, blabbering on. Bring your feet as wide as the mat. Take your knees from side to side. And then when they next come over to the right, leave them there. You might turn your gaze over to your left fingertips. You might close down the eyes here. Just feeling this gentle twist. Allowing and encouraging your body to release. Take a deep breath. Exhale, heavy the shoulders. And then lift your knees up through center. A couple of rocks side to side, left to right. And then the next time that your knees fall to the left, keep them there. Gaze over your right fingertips. Maybe the eyes are closed. Can you relax your face and your jaw, your forehead? Press your shoulders down into the mat. Deepen that breath. And then draw your knees up through center. Hug them in towards the body. Just as we began, can you place one hand on each knee and take some circles, circling the knees away from each other and then back toward each other. And taking it back the other way. And then bringing the knees together, hugging them in, a gentle rock from side to side. And then let's lay our body long. Reach your arms over your ears. Stretch yourself out as long as you can. And then set your arms down beside you. This is where I leave you, but take a Shavasana. However long, short, however much time you've got, give yourself something, because that was hard. Give yourself some rest at the end. You deserve it. I'll see you next time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know if there's anything you'd like to see in particular. Till next time.